Hello! Hello, everyone.
Ooh.
It's us. We're here.
Ooh.
Playing some Mortal Kombat. I've been playing this game recently.
I don't know the song.
Mortal Kombat!
Is it really a song if you just yell the name?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh, this one's expiring soon. I haven't played this with a capture card, so we're gonna see how well I do. I'm gonna fail that test your might. There's no fucking way that I can. There's no freaking way. Sorry, Brandon, bleep that out. There's no freaking way I can do that. I am not a pro Mortal Kombat player by any means. I just like it. I think it's a fun game, and we'll see how far I can get. Just spamming and doing dumb stuff. But Connor, you are going to read some Reddit stories, I believe, for us today. Sort of
first
similar
things
to what
first.
we were doing.
Yes. First things first. Somebody commented on one of our last Balatro videos. I think it was in the short that we posted of me playing Balatro, and he made some comment. They made some comment about how poorly I was doing. Like,
oh yeah,
they kind of said like, "Oh man, like I've never seen this. That's a wild move or something." And I was like, "Dude, do you like look at what I'm doing? Like, look at how I'm playing the game, and you can see. Oh no, oh that's not good for him.
Fatality."
I just thought it was so. I mean, people are gonna say what they're gonna say, and I understand. I just feel like, come on, I just started playing the game. I'm having a great time, and I'm not gonna stop playing the way I have. But I see people play now. I got people on my timeline that are showing
playing Balatro.
that are playing Balatro, and there are people who get like they have all Steel Kings. And all they have to do is play fucking the high card or like 5 of a kind, and
I did it.
Hey, there you go. All they have to do is play like 5 of a kind, and they get like multi-billions of points. I'm like, guys, if I could play like that, I would, and it wouldn't be, and you wouldn't be frustrated with me. But I'm sorry, I put like a wild card on a 9 at one point. Like, sorry, I disrespected your Balatro playing, but that's just how it goes. I'm learning. I'm getting better, I think, but it's a fucking addictive game. Speaking of addictive, I used to watch all of these fatalities. I used to the only thing that I'd really do with this game is I never really played it. Or any of the Mortal Kombat. Once I realized what it was about the same time that I got into Saw, because they're very similar in terms of what's the coolest way I can kill somebody.
Gore, that's very fair. Damn it.
So
I hate Sector so much, man.
My background with Mortal Kombat is just watching all the compilations and how they can pull apart the body differently.
Get over here!
You're just now getting into it as a game?
No. I've been into. I'm getting into Mortal Kombat 1 for my PS5 because I got it like super cheap for some reason on the Switch, and the graphics were awful. And then they had a sale on the like Ultimate Edition for PS5, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. But I've been playing Mortal Kombat for Guess what?
Oh.
Fuck. Nope.
Oh,
wrong
messed it up.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to. I didn't want to pause every time. I'm a little newer to playing Shang Tsung. I haven't quite like memorized all of his input things yet. So, you can see he's only rank 10. But I switch back and forth between a lot of characters. I'm gonna stay with Shang Tsung, I think, for the majority of this episode. But no, I've been playing Mortal Kombat for a long time. I played the first game like at a friend's house. I had played the arcade games back in the day. I owned all of them for my PSP, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and
How did
I
they run
also-
on a PSP?
yeah, I mean, they're just pretty simple. You know, like the old arcade games were pretty.
Oh,
easy,
sure.
all things
Oh,
considered.
all of those ones. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whoops. That was- Ooh. But yeah, no. The first one that I like really got into, because I also had like Injustice as well, but
yeah.
even before that I had the Mortal Kombat like versus DC Universe thing that came out. All right, what is the code for this? That's what it is. That's what I want. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Wrangle 'em.
The first one that I got into was Mortal Kombat X. I had the definitive edition or whatever XL for that, and so I had all the horror characters, and I loved playing as the Xenomorph and stuff. And then I also have 11, and yeah, I've been getting into Mortal Kombat 1, so I've just been playing that a lot lately.
Well, that's good.
But anyway, we're 7 minutes into this
A
episode.
Reddit story.
Yeah.
I have a
was
thing,
gonna
but
say.
it's not. You sent me one. You sent me something. I did not look at it because I
Yeah.
don't want you to. You knew what you were sending me, and I don't want to read something that you're like aware of. This was a story
Right,
that I
sure.
came across, and I was like, this is funny. So
All right.
I'm gonna read
Can't
it.
wait.
This was out of no. I think it was it's Am I the Asshole? I didn't let my
Classic.
husband eat my sandwich. My husband and I were chilling on the couch, and I mentioned I was hungry. I placed an order from one of our favorite sandwich shops. I asked him 3 times while ordering if he would like one as well, and he said no. 3 times. He had just had breakfast and wasn't hungry. The sandwich arrived, and I cut off a small bit of it to eat, then save the rest for later. I don't have a large appetite. I'm kind of a
Ooh,
grazer.
brutality. Sorry. Go on.
I take... Oh, hold on. My cat looked like he was going to throw up. And I don't want
Uh-oh.
him to... You good,
No,
Dutch?
dodge.
You good, boy? Okay, great.
Cool.
I take 1 bite, and he says, "Oh, I want a bite of that." I said, "Why didn't you order yourself one?" He said, "I wasn't hungry until I smelled yours." I ended
Classic.
up letting him have 3 bites of mine and told him to order his own. I don't like sharing food unless it's planned. He knows this. We've been together for 10 years. I literally have to hide snacks from him because he will find them and eat them because I don't eat all of it at once. He orders his sandwich. It's 30 minutes delivery. He wants another bite of mine. I said no. Now I'm crazy. Now I'm a crazy, selfish hypocrite who won't share food. He has now brought up every meal we've had the past 2 weeks as an example of his food generosity. Mind you, every meal was planned. Every meal was planned that way. Planned to be shared. Now we aren't speaking. Am I the asshole?
Huh. It sounds like this guy is a chronic food stealer.
Sharing food is such a funny thing to me because I think unless you are offered the food or you are asked, you're not inclined to give anybody your food. I think it's very important to draw those lines.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that I don't know, I've always, like, I'm bad at sharing food. You know, like, I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older, but when I was a kid, you know, I was like, no, it's my food.
Yeah.
Stop. And so I think a lot of the time people take that as like an insult, and it really shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't know. This guy just seems like a chronic food stealer,
Yeah.
and maybe he needs to learn to stop freeloading so much.
I truly think when I get something that is like one of my favorite foods, or it's just maybe a candy or something, I tell people about it, but I do not let them have any because I have been burned so many times from giving people a little bit of my food and then having them be like, "Oh, I don't like that." And then I'm like, okay, so I just
wasted that.
I just wasted something that I love on somebody that does not like it.
Yeah. No, that's happened to me before. I don't know if I told you about this. I was when I went on tour, there were a lot of people from California on the tour, and our first stop was very close to my hometown in Pennsylvania. And one of the things that I wanted to share, I was like at the store because like, you know, my family and stuff came out, and we were just like wandering around a store. I was like, oh, you know what would be really fun is to show them what a tasty cake is. If you haven't had a tasty cake, it's like just a little prepackaged snack. You know, have you had a tasty cake, Connor?
Yes.
Okay, you know what a tasty cake is. For those of you at home that don't, they have like great stuff. Love a tasty cake. I bought like 2 boxes of the like butterscotch crimpets to share with people.
Okay.
And like the majority of them were like, oh, like I don't really like this. And I was so upset because I was like, I gave this to so many of you. Do you know how many fucking crimpets I could have had if you would have just like, I don't know, been honest and said that that wasn't really your jam?
Yeah.
It was annoying.
That's annoying. One of my favorite candies is Sweet Tarts Ropes. And
oh yeah, those are pretty good.
I get them often, and when I have them, people are always like, "Ooh, oh, I love those." I'm like, "Yeah, go get some." Like I'm not like that's how much I love them, is that I'm not willing to part with them, and I know they're like, yeah, they're multiple bites per rope, but I'm like, I can't. I've had people have a bite and then go, oh no, ew, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm never giving you anything again.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, Kenshi.
I was going to find a thing. There we go. I was looking for the most controversial opinions in this month's Mortal Kombat thread. But
Love
maybe
that.
I should go for this for all time, because I haven't read into all of this.
Fair enough.
Oh, since we're playing Mortal Kombat 1,
MK1.
MK1 seems like a rush job, and the Mortal Kombat fan base should demand better. With the recent leak of what Mortal Kombat 1's new single-player mode looks like, I feel it confirms what I've thought of this game since release. A rush game that tries really nothing new, with tons of half-assed fan service so that its shortcomings will be drowned out in character hype. The cameo system is just a cheap way to appease fans whilst being a huge step down from MK9 2v2 mode, and making the characters exclusive to it glorified special moves. That isn't even getting into more subjective things like character designs being generally worse than previous iterations. Lastly, NRS's business strategy has been nothing short of disgusting for the past few games, with pre-ordered DLC characters being a staple of theirs at this point. And the total lack of marketing for the invasion mode shows just how much faith they have in the mode. There is no passion behind this game, and it shows. But hey, NRS clearly understands what Mortal Kombat will sell, no matter what, so why even try?
Interesting.
Do you think this game is a rush job?
I don't necessarily know if it's a rush job. I know that like there were things that people didn't like, where like a third combat pack was supposed to happen that got canceled, and people were mad about that. I was kind of surprised with some of the omissions from the like character list, and some of them that are only there as these like cameos, like you can see Camille in there.
Yeah. I thought that was weird. because some characters, what was the, yeah, I think it was 11 or, it had to have been 11. 11 was right before this, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember which one had, what's the cowboy? Who's the cowboy guy?
Oh, Aaron Black.
Aaron Black. Was he 10 or 11?
I don't remember if it was his first appearance, but he was in 10.
Yeah, I think it was, because 9 is the one for like Wii, right? Or PlayStation, whatever it was. PS4, I guess. PS3. I don't know. The time difference is crazy, but whatever that was, I know that he wasn't in 9. But I really liked him, and he's not in this one, is he?
No, he's not, actually. He was in 11, I believe.
Yeah.
But no, he's not. He was, yeah, I remember enjoying him in 10 as well.
I liked Garrus. I like the black guy who controls time.
Yeah, Garrus is still in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they have my faves, Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So
wow.
I'm cool.
Really original.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna make a Mortal Kombat game without those two.
Those two, yeah.
That'd be pretty wild. So I've played through the campaign. Basically because I was just like,
in any sense?
The campaign itself, no. I think like it's like honestly a really fun story. Now that being said, it's been a minute since I've played any of the other Mortal Kombat campaigns. But I did get the DLC Chaos Reigns. Can you? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I did get Chaos Reigns, which is supposed to be like a whole other, storyline or whatever. And I thought that was a little flat. You spend a lot, like, I mean, I guess I understand where it's like, oh, we don't want to just like have you play as the exact same characters that you already played in the other version, but I'm also like, what if I wanted to spend more time with those people? And then it's just like, you get to play as Cyrax and Sector and Empress Tanya for a while, and it's like, okay, well, this is sure.
I got one here, a quick one, just because I like the comments on it. Mortal Kombat is more than a game. And then the comment on the caption under it says, "It's my life. Anyone else?" And the top comment says, "You have a shitty life, bro. Hope for an update soon." Then somebody under that comment, the "You have a shitty life, bro. Hope for an update soon" had 68 upvotes. And then another guy commented, said, I'd rather his life than yours, that's for sure. And that had -21. That had 21 downvotes. And then somebody else jumped in and said, bro thought he cooked. And that has 28 upvotes.
Oof. That's rough out there. That's rough out there in the Mortal Kombat
fun
sub.
Back and forth.
Definitely.
All right, I think this is a good one to end on. Seriously, why do people like Johnny Cage?
1 hour later.
Hey everybody, Brendan here. So after that minute mark, our recording just kind of stopped for some reason. We're working on replacing the hardware on my end of things for recording gameplay, so we'll be back with more Mortal Kombat episodes in the future, but gonna have to cut this episode a little bit short, so I'm gonna leave you with a compilation of some random clips of me playing the game. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, punch the bell, smash that like button, and we'll catch you on the flippy dip for more Mortal Kombat. Bye!